Let's talk about your Cardinals here. First of all, the more I look at Nolan Gorman, the more I'm convinced, and it's actually starting to bug me now, he's not getting enough attention, and that even applies locally. I know the obsession over Jordan Walker. I know why it's there. I don't care that people are all fired up about Jordan Walker. This is a unique guy. He's going to be a special talent. He's going to be a great Cardinal. I get it. But with the Walker obsession and, fever pitch like all the time, it seems to me the locals, and certainly the Nationals, are just missing a hell of a story in Nolan Gorman. To me, he is the story of the Cardinals so far in 2023 when we're talking about a positive story. And that Grand Slammer, just reminded me of just how extraordinary this guy has been. So I did an update. And if you're wondering, well, why are you going on and on and on about Nolan Gorman? Well, see, you're proving my point, aren't you? You're proving my point. Thank you. Because we should be going on and on and on and on and on about Nolan Gorman. And I know that some of you wanted to trade him last year, give up on him at age 20, just turned 22. First time through the majors. 80% of the season was good. Final 20% was bad. Yeah, that happens to guys, especially who come to the majors with kind of a free-swinging reputation, easy to strike out. He fought it off pretty well for the most part, but it collapsed him towards the end of the season. And so what did he do? He spent all off season working on it, determined to change. Was not going to let it happen again. And he's a much smarter hitter because of it. He's a much better hitter because of it. So you're going to have to listen to this. I'm sorry I don't have any Jordan Walks takes for you today. To say that his early season success is impressive is like a laughable understatement. He now leads the Cardinals in 12 categories. And some of them, there's a couple of them that are fancy pants stats, so I won't bother you or annoy you with those. But just remember that it's 12 categories he leads the Cardinals in. I'll tell you the ones that are the most familiar. I'll use one metrical stat. The Baseball Reference version of WAR. He's got the most value of any Cardinal right now. And by the way, yes, right now, small sample, yes. Got to maintain it. Got to sustain it. Yes. I know all that. But he's off to a great start. So he leads them in 12 categories, including WAR, batting average, slugging percentage, home runs, RBI, extra base hits, total bases, OPS, OPS plus, isolated power. And he's second on base percentage and walk rate. 12 categories. 12.
That's crazy.
And he doesn't even get like top billing here in our town. I don't understand it. This is kind of a blow you away performance to a guy who could like transform this team in so many ways for years to come. He's 87% above the league average offensively. 87%, according to OPS plus. His 18 runs batted in are 5 more than any other Cardinal. He's homered every 11 at-bats. Nolan Gorman's slugging percentage is 56 points or 56% higher than that of Paul Goldschmidt. 56% higher than Paul Goldschmidt, who ranks second. His isolated power rate, Nolan Gorman, is 154 points above Goldie and 213 points above Nolan Arenado. His 18 runs batted in are second in the National League. He's third in the National League in slugging, fourth in OPS, fourth in OPS plus, tied for fifth in homers. Among major league hitters that are 23 years old or younger, he's first in homers, RBIs, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging, OPS, OPS plus, and WAR. Minimum 50 plate appearances. So if you look at the start of his career, again, had a bad 20%, final 20% of the season. But even if we include that, which of course you have to, this dude in the major leagues, and he's still only 22 years old. That'll change soon. He's hit a home run every 17.8 at bats. He's slugging .459. And he's now 20% in his career as a Cardinal, 20% above the league average in terms of OPS plus. I like this one. This one tells you a lot about how good he is. Or I should say how much he has improved up to this point. Last season when Gorman faced pitchers that had a 3.50 ERA or lower or better, he hit 180. He had a 542 OPS. This season, small sample. This season against that same caliber of pitcher, 3.50 ERA or better, he's hitting 286 with an 839 OPS. Same caliber pitcher that, the same type of pitchers that owned him last year, owned him. He's getting the upper hand on the highest caliber pitchers in the game so far this season. I mean, I don't know what else. What do I have to do as his unofficial personal publicist? What do I have to do to get people to pay attention to him?
Pretty awesome numbers. Ooh.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's like the best hitter in the major leagues that no one, well, outside of St. Louis, I don't know how many people are talking about him, but when I go to ESPN, I go here, I go there, I go here, I go there, I go, when I visit 20 baseball sites a day, I don't see many mentions of him.
You're right. He's not anywhere on the radar. I do have a text.
But it's Jordan Walker. No, it's like, okay, I love him too, but Come on now. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
A texter asked the question, Bernie, when do you think they'll give him a chance to face left-handed pitching? He's so good against right-handed pitching.
That's going to be a while. You don't mess with a good thing. I see no reason to mess with a good thing. I think at some point he'll face him more than he has. But all through the minors, his numbers against lefties weren't very good. And can I just throw this in?
Sure.
Because it's relevant. It's also relevant to Tommy Edman and Dylan Carlson. We know Edman's going to be great. He's going to be at his best against left-handed pitchers, right? We know that Carlson's going to be at his best against left-handed pitchers, right?
Yep.
So I wouldn't worry about Nolan Gorman. You know why? This to me is kind of a startling statistic, but it tells me don't worry about left-handed pitching, including Gorman. Don't worry about it. You know why? Only 19% of the Cardinals' plate appearances this year have been against left-handed pitchers.
There you go. Yeah.
So what would you don't need to put him in there against lefties because he's killing right-handed pitchers, and the Cardinals are facing right-handed pitchers 81% of their at-bats. So you see what I'm saying?
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
It's like why worry about that? You don't see lefties all that often. And if you put him in there against lefties and he starts getting it, out of whack a little bit, then what's the point of that? You play to his strengths. Everyone always wants to mess with stuff, that.
Yeah, you're right. They do.
What he's doing against pitchers that are 81% of who they have faced this year, right-handers. That's not enough. We got to do. Why don't try him out at shortstop? Actually, no one's doing that, saying that, but you know what I mean.
Oh, please, no.
I don't mean to sound cranky about it, but it's just one of those things that gets me to scratch my head, and I apologize to the text message. The person sent that if I'm being, kind of snotty. I don't mean to be, but it's just one of those deals like they really don't see left-handed pitching all that much. So why would we worry about that? Let him be comfortable. Let him be in his strong zone, right? That's all I'm saying.
He has been really good. He is a a must-watch at bat now. I mean, you can't if he's coming up, Bernie. You don't walk away and go, well, I got something. I got to get this done or that done. Gorman's got all right. Let's sit down and take notice because he's got everything going right now. He really.
I'm gonna read all those stats later in the show too.
Please do. Yeah.
I'm obsessed. If 90% of Cardinals fans and the media can be obsessed with Jordan Walker, I'm going to be obsessed with Nolan Gorman. That's my obsession. I'll give you an example, and I know people, they're going to get all sensitive, and they shouldn't, because I love Ben Hochman. I think he's a hell of a columnist. Much respect. But just as I say or write things that people disagree with, I think I have the right to actually, even if they're my friends, read something and I can disagree with it, and without taking cheap shots, right?
Yeah.
So Ben Hochman wrote a piece. He was talking about, oh man, can you believe this Seattle? You're going to have Jordan Walker and Julio Rodriguez on the same field. Okay. You know what the best matchup of young players are in this series? It's not Walker versus Rodriguez. It's Gorman versus Jared Kelenic. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Kelenic. Yep.
Kelenic. In the 23 or younger age class, these two guys, Gorman up top, Kelenic second, 23 or younger age class this season so far, they rank respectively first and second in the majors in batting average, on-base percentage, slugging, OPS plus. Gorman leads the 23 or younger group with 5 homers, and Kelenic is second with 4. So, what? I don't know. I mean, Walker's not yet an accomplished major league hitter. Rodriguez is doing well this year, but I don't understand why that's considered to be like the glamour matchup this weekend. I mean, Walker's not good defensively. I don't know about Rodriguez. Listen, they're great special talents. But the two best young players in baseball, hitters, right now, 1 and 2, are Gorman and the Seattle outfielder. But this is an example, no disrespect to Ben. This is an example of what I'm talking about. You got Gorman right in front of you, and they're going to Seattle, and Gorman is the young player on the Cardinals that matters the most. And their outfielder, Kelenic out there, I say his name wrong, it's all right. He's actually doing the thunder and lightning for the Seattle offense. But it's right in front of you, and that's what I talk about, even in St. Louis, right in front of us. And for some reason that is absolutely bewildering, I don't understand this. I just don't. So, let's at least get the right matchup that has the most appeal this weekend. Now, you know what? A year from now, it could be different because Walker's going to be a lot better a year from now. But he's not there yet. That's all I'm saying. The other guy, the 22-year-old, he is absolutely there right now as far as being a high-impact guy, right?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
By the way, defensive runs saved, he's exactly average. I'm talking about Gorman. Walker's a -4. So, all right, I rest my case. Not that it matters. Not that it matters, because it doesn't matter. Because this is the age of total short attention span, can only focus on one thing at a time. And when you focus on the one thing, the one athlete, you just continue to obsess,
I'm glad you brought him up. And by the way, I mispronounced it. It's Kelenic. And I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Kelenic. But
the thing of it
really
is,
good. Yeah.
He's excellent. The thing of it is, I don't watch many Seattle games, and I should start watching more. So, that one was like, well, wait a minute, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, which maybe is also a point about how overlooked both of these guys are.